I understand that you used to live in the old accommodation. How long did you used to live in that?
8 years.
And what's the comparison between
There
the two?
isn't any comparison at all.
What was it? Could you describe what the old accommodation was like at all?
Tired, very, very tired. There was no gas central heating. We only had electric storage heating or a coal fire. Everything was just worn out, really.
And do you think there is a good community vibe?
Oh, there is,
there?
yeah, there is.
And do you think that's been improved at all by the regeneration?
I think so. People are taking more pride in the area now. It's brighter, it's cleaner, it just looks nicer. It was just totally amazing, to be honest. I walked around it and thought, oh my God.
And do you have any children?
4.
And what do they think of
Oh,
this
they love it.
new place?
Absolutely love it. The boys don't have to share anymore, so there's no more arguing. So yeah, it's great.
Well, I was in the army at the time, and my mother lived in a farmhouse, and Dad died, so they had to get out. So we came to Bishop's Green.
And how has the area changed since you first moved here?
Well, a lot, because first of all, it was just army huts converted into living accommodation. And then they built these houses over there. And I was in One Snipe Lane. Well, I was the first one to move into One Snipe Lane, and I stayed there until it's about to be pulled down next week. Well, this new house is like a palace compared to them others. They just threw them up in the 50s.
And what kind of things do you have in the house which makes it that much better?
Well, it's all the electrical points have put there, and the central heating. There's even it's even wired for a stair lift if you need one.
I understand that the area was previously an RAF base, and it was built really primarily obviously for the forces, and to last a lifespan of about 15 years, 10 to 15 years. And in fact, I think one of our oldest residents has actually lived here for 52 years. So they've really outlived their time, hence the purpose for the regeneration on the scheme. The accommodation was built of a rather interesting construction, which was similar to almost I wouldn't say paper mache, but it was quite a flimsy build, which is to say ultimately testament that it's lasted so long. And the houses were heated with solid fuel boilers. So in order for people to get their hot water and their heating, it was literally putting coal and logs on the fire. Yeah, I think that there was some reservations. As I say, some people had lived here sort of 52 years, 40 years. Some people have lived in the area as well, where maybe their parents have lived in the houses before them, so they've taken over the house. So I think there was some reservations, but the overwhelming response has been positive, and people have looked forward to getting into their new houses, particularly once they saw them going up. They started to see the finished result. The old houses will be knocked down to the ground, totally flattened, new drainage put in, new services, absolutely everything will be brand new, right down to the railings and the roads. Everything will be new. And beyond there will be a section of land that our developer, Hill Partnerships, will be purchasing, and they'll be building some private sale units, so it will give a nice mixed community.
It's a total transformation of what was here before, where you had high-density housing, not all of it in good condition, and it was very difficult for people to have a decent quality of life. And the way it's been redeveloped in consultation with the local community means they've got more space, people have got gardens,